I'm going to show you the fastest way to get honey inside a Roblox Gold Garden. Now, this is my current farm that we have been working on for the past month. And as you can see, things are getting pretty crazy. Now, but the most important part is how do you get a bunch of honey really quickly? Because with this event, it's a little bit difficult just because of the fact that if you don't have the craziest plans, it's very difficult to get honey filled in with this person right here. And not only that, but you gotta wait like 3 minutes for this person to basically make a bunch of honey. So here's what I have done. I have harvested every single plant inside a Roblox Gold Garden, and here we go. Let me show you what I'm working with here. These are every single pollinated plant that you could possibly imagine. We have so many of them. And the number one thing that I can tell you from all this is you gotta go for the plants that are actually gonna be heavy. So right here is my mango, which is 17 kilograms. But don't worry, there's still gonna be tons of different strategies that we can actually use to make a ton of honey very quickly. And I'll also be showing you the pets that I have been using. So right off the bat for the pets, if you have any kitty cats, so a cat, an orange tabby, and also a moon cat, it's gonna make your life easier. A moon cat is gonna give you a 1.5 times size increase. So let me go over to my garden and find a moon cat right here. Oh, he's running away. He's not about it. All right, so this is my moon cat. As you can see right here, it's gonna make any fruit within 20 studs be 1.5 times larger. So let's just say you have like a very tiny watermelon and this thing actually goes and sits right next to it. It's gonna make the watermelon 1.5 times bigger. Now, if that watermelon has a pollinated effect, it's gonna make it be huge. Now, as you can see, I have a blood banana. It's not that big, unfortunately. And basically, it's only 1.12 kilograms. So it's not really gonna cut it. So when we go over to this entire bee harvesting machine, it's gonna do nothing. I'm gonna be sitting here like this. I'm Milky, how you doing? There you go. Oh. I still got 9 kilograms to go. Ah, dang it. Okay, let me see what I got. Let's go ahead and use a star fruit. As you can see, it's not big enough. It's only gonna be 3 kilograms. Let's go ahead and fill this in, and once again, another star fruit. All right. Now, what if I want to use a blood banana, right? Why don't we just do that? Oh, this is a frozen mango. Ignore that. What is this? It's a blood banana, only 1.4 kilograms. And here we go, another star fruit. Now, as you can see, from using all this, it took way too much to actually make this thing be full. And we still have to wait 3 minutes. So in order to get a ton of honey very quickly, we have to be efficient and use our brains. So here's gonna be the strategy. Let's go over to the seed shop, and I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about all the normal seeds and what is actually worth getting, so it's gonna be the heaviest. Now, the number one thing I gotta tell you is if you have a bunch of seeds that are tiny, so let's just say you have plants that are very small. So mints, carrots, blueberries, strawberries, all sorts of things. For example, everything that I have over here are super tiny. It's gonna be a waste of space. I know, especially when you have been planting for a very long time and you don't want to get rid of it. Unfortunately, with this update, if any of these become pollinated, you're gonna have to get about 5 of them to actually get 1 piece of honey. So if you have a ton of extra seeds, you basically want to have, I would say, a mango and anything that's gonna be heavy. So let's go over here to this list right here, and then I'm gonna show you my pollinated plants that I've gotten. So this is my pollinated mango, which is 51 kilograms. That is more than enough to get us honey. Even this dragon fruit at 10.4 kilograms, also a really good option. Now I do have a pepper, but unfortunately this pepper is only 6 kilograms, so we're gonna need about 2. So we'll start from the top and go down the list. Now I'll show you some other ways that you can actually get gigantic plants or heavier ones. So right off the bat, carrots, strawberries, blueberries, orange tulips, tomatoes, corn seeds, daffodil. No, it's not gonna work. You can try to go for watermelons, but they're like a one-time harvest, so it's also kind of useless. I would stay away from this, stay away from pumpkins, stay away from apple seeds. Bamboo's not bad if you're using a ton of sprinklers, but just stay away from it. Now, coconut seed is not a bad option. You can actually probably get a pretty decent pull. There's my coconut tree over there, so how about we go ahead and try it out? I'm just gonna go ahead right now and get a harvest tool. Here's my harvest tool, and now with this harvest tool, I'm just gonna click on a coconut tree, and we're gonna see how many coconuts are gonna be over 10 kilograms. And that's gonna basically say if we need to get this or not, or if it's even worth getting a coconut tree for this specific update. Bro, I can't even reach it. This coconut tree is so big, I can't even get up there. All right, there we go. We are harvesting our coconuts. So what do we have over here? That's a 14 kilogram coconut, but this coconut tree is also very massive. Let's pull up our coconuts and see what we are working with. Coconut, let's see. So I've gotten every single pollinated coconut. So this is 15 kilograms, 14 kilograms, 11, 16, 18, 18 again, 17, and also 35. Wow, that's kind of crazy, right? So definitely coconuts are definitely gonna be a very good move. And if you have any sprinklers, so for example, you have a Advanced, godly, or basic sprinkler, that's also gonna make things very, very big, so it's definitely worth it. Coconut seeds are a must. Now, cactus, is a cactus gonna be good? I really don't think so. So I would definitely go for a coconut tree because there's just so many different coconuts that you can actually get, and once they're pollinated, they're gonna be really, really good. And unfortunately, I have no cactus that's actually pollinated. So as you can tell, it's not, I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. Oh wait, right here, there we go, we got it. So this is 5 kilograms, so I would say if you don't have a giant coconut, a giant cactus, it's not worth it. But hold on just a moment, wait a minute. If you do got a bunch of these blood hedgehogs, this is gonna make things way better for you because a blood hedgehog can actually increase the size of any prickly fruits like dragon fruit and of course, a cactus. So you might have a chance to get a giant cactus if you have a blood hedgehog on your team. But I would definitely advise having a bunch of moon cats or regular cats so they can also make any plant bigger. So coconuts are good. Cactus is an exception. Now dragon fruit is definitely going to be good. Same thing, if you have a blood hedgehog, it's going to make it easier. Mangoes are a go-to. Now grapes are not bad. Some grapes can be kind of heavy. Some might not be too heavy. Let's go ahead and see if we have any grapes. I have nothing. Wow. How about we go over to our farm and go over to the grape section. As you can see, I already have a few that is currently pollinated. Man, it's such a weird word, bro. Pollinated. There we go. Now this grape is 4 kilograms. Nah, it looks giant, but it's not heavy enough, so it's not really gonna cut it. So unfortunately, as I said, the grapes are not really worth it, and luckily I got 2 of them, and even then, it's still not enough to get the individual placement here. So what I'm saying is, when you're doing this honey farm, you just wanna have one plant that is over 10 kilograms, because it's just gonna make it so much easier than just constantly going back and forth. And after all, if you have to wait for this entire bee swarm thing, you're kind of cooked. Because if you don't have a queen bee, you're actually gonna be cooked. So moving on, mushrooms, I have not tested it with mushrooms, but I don't see why it won't be bad. But the only issue is it's a one-time harvest, so I don't think it's worth it. Now, pepper is okay. Some can be big, some cannot. I would skip on it. So cacao is another one. Let's go and test it out. So right here, I have a cacao or a cocoa seed, whatever you want to call it. I got one that is currently 8 kilograms. So once again, it's just not gonna be worth it. So I would definitely skip on the cocoa seeds. And now, if you got a beanstalk, you're good. Beanstalks are amazing. They're actually pretty heavy too. So beanstalk is definitely a must. Out of every single beanstalk I have, which, where'd my beanstalks go? Did I spell that wrong? So the beanstalks should also be good, especially when you got moon cats. I would also not delete a beanstalk because that's kind of crazy. Now, anything else when it comes to using, let's just say, I would say like any moon plants, right? So blood bananas are, sometimes they're big, sometimes they're tiny. Out of all the blood bananas that I've harvested, they weren't that good. Here's one right here, and that's only 4 kilograms. So yeah, stay away from the blood bananas. Now the moon melons, if you have the sprinkler glitch, you're good to go. As you can see, they are giant. And we also have these things called the moon mangoes right over here, which these are kind of rare to get. So it's like okay to get, I guess. This is 67 kilograms. I did use a glitch on it. So yeah, you know, it's not bad. I don't know. I've never really seen a normal one, but if you got a moon mango, you should be good. Just like also a regular mango. Those are also really, really good. And from the new update, we also have sunflowers and things like that, especially the beehive plant. Those are also good to go. They're just very, very rare to get. So it's just kind of like a tricky thing to actually unlock. Now, anyways, so once you have figured out what to get, so cacao seeds, or sorry, not cocoa seeds, my bad. What I meant to say was coconuts, beanstalks, all right, dragon fruits. You basically want cactuses with the blood hedgehog paired, okay? Those work too. So that's gonna be good. Now here is another way to get a lot of honey. You gotta go over here first of all right? And you wanna get yourself a bee egg. I know it's gonna sound crazy, unfortunately, because it's just so rare to get. But when you go down here to the bee egg, you have a chance of getting a queen bee, which is basically gonna make it so your actual plants become pollinated. That is what has been helping me get so much pollinated plants because I got a really, really lucky pull and I was able to pull a queen bee. So let me actually show you what the queen bee does if you don't know that already. We're gonna pick up our snail, place down the queen bee, and she's somewhere over here. Yo, Buzz, queen, where you at? Oh, there you are. So as you can see for the queen bee, it says right here, a nearby fruit gets magically pollinated, applying pollinated mutation. And also, every 30 minutes, it reduces the cooldown of any of your pets. So let's just say my moon cat is growing things. This can actually refresh it and make the plants bigger. So queen bee with moon cats is an insane combination. So it's definitely worth it. And this is activated every 25 minutes. So queen bee, 100%, that is the move. So let's go back to the shop and I'm gonna show you a few more pets that you can actually use. So like I said, anything with cats that make things bigger, that is good to go. Now, the most important ones, you really want to go for these bee eggs. So make sure you check back every single hour. Like if, for example, it's going to restock and, unfortunately, nothing. So whenever a bee swarm actually happens, it's going to make it really, really useful because it's going to pollinate your stuff and you don't have to really, really wait. So if we go over to the shop and we go to the bee egg, let me show you what we're working with. First of all, buy these. These are super important. Get the flower seed packs. Out of all of these, I think the purple Delilah, whatever you want to call it, is good. Sunflower is great. So is a pink lily. Yes, but also if you have the sprinkler glitch, it's going to make them huge. So that's going to be a very big plus. Nectar is good. The nectarine is okay. The hive fruit is definitely goated. And here's the bee egg. So out of all of these, the bear bee does not give you the whole entire like bee stuff. It's not going to do no, what do you want to call it? It's not going to like actually pollinate your plants, unfortunately. Instead, it's going to give you a honey glazed effect, which is the same thing that a honey sprinkler does. So bear bees are not really the move when it comes to farming the pollinated plants. But the bee, honeybee, and petal bee, and the queen bee are all gonna be perfect because they all do the same exact thing, which is giving random plants pollination. So that is a plus. If you're wondering what a honey glazed effect is, there it is right here. It's on my moon melon. It basically just makes it yellow. So it's gonna not only have the pollination on it, but it's gonna make it glow and have this honey glazed effect. So this moon melon is gonna be worth billions of dollars. Now for the strategy that I've been using, I've been basically getting these pollinated mangoes, which are super easy to get, and also the coconuts. So they have been making my life super easy, but main thing I've been using is just literally mangoes. I just go in here and it's super instant. All right, so that's about it. So like I said, for my entire setup, I go for the actual mangoes, the coconuts, a queen bee setup, or any type of bee if you want, and of course a bunch of mooncats. Like I have so many mooncats on my team. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot of mooncats.